The U.S. and Iran continue exchanging fire this weekend despite an interim agreement aimed at ending the war while negotiations continue. Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco joins us live from the White House. Jackie, how is this impacting peace talks?
So, Bailey, both sides are accusing each other of violating the ceasefire. And new this morning, Iran is now threatening to completely halt peace negotiations if the U.S. continues its strikes. Also today, Iran's Revolutionary Guard has been launching new attacks really throughout the region. As you can see in this video here, this residential building was hit in Bahrain, while in Kuwait, which is home to a U.S. Army base, incoming missiles were reportedly intercepted. Now, all of this comes after on Saturday, the U.S. launched a second round of airstrikes on a range of Iranian military targets. U.S. Central Command described that as a response to continued Iranian aggression against commercial ships, as it described it, after accusing Tehran of attacking an oil tanker in the Strait of Hormuz. And President Donald Trump also weighing in on all of this Saturday, saying that there may come a time where the U.S. military may be forced to complete the job militarily, as he put it. He added this, quote, "If that happens, the Islamic Republic of Iran will no longer exist." Bailey?
Jackie, efforts to reopen the Strait of Hormuz without Iran's direct oversight sparked the most recent crossfire. What's this disagreement about?
Yeah, Bailey. So again, the Strait of Hormuz has long been considered a free and open international passageway. The thing is that now Iran is insisting that after the war that it alone should govern it, and Iran has been trying to enforce essentially its own set of rules here. Now, while all this is happening, Tehran has now in recent days twice attacked ships that have been trying to pass through using an alternative route near Oman. And a multinational maritime body, which is overseen by the U.S. Navy, now said as of this weekend that they are working to expand that alternative route, which really could tee up this new flashpoint with Iran as these negotiations move forward, unless, of course, Iran does make good on its threat to pull out of those talks. Back to you.
All right, Jackie, live in Washington for us this morning. Thank you so much. Breaking overnight, crews were called to a crash on I-83 in York County. This happened around 4:30 this morning in the northbound lanes near the Stewartstown exit. Emergency dispatchers say a single vehicle crashed, and they say the driver was not taken to the hospital. State police are investigating, and all lanes are open. Lebanon Transit is set to increase fares this week. It says this is the first fare increase in 12 years. Starting Wednesday, city, county, and commuter fares will jump 25 cents. All day passes will increase to $7, up from $6 right now. Lebanon Transit says transfer fees as well as student and senior fares will not change. Shared ride fares are also set to increase Wednesday. You see the prices go up more the further you go. PennDOT says paving work is set to start tomorrow on part of I-81 in Franklin County. This is in the northbound lanes in southern Franklin County in the area of the Welcome Center. PennDOT says work starts tomorrow night at 6, and because of the work, the Welcome Center will close until 6 Wednesday morning. The next rest area is exit 37 for Route 233 Newville in Cumberland County. PennDOT says the first part of the project should wrap up before the 4th of July holiday, but after the holiday, crews will be back out for more work. Parking restrictions continue in York this week as part of the Columbia gas meter move-out project. The city says Monday through Thursday, there will be no parking from 7 in the morning till 5 in the evening on the roads that you see here listed on your screen. The Unstoppable You Ministries in York held a summit to raise awareness about human trafficking. In partnership with the York County Safety Collab, the summit provides resources and a safe space for survivors of human trafficking. Organizers say it's one of the world's fastest growing criminal enterprises. News 8's AJ Sisson reports.
Human trafficking is a thing that is becoming a problem for the entire world. As a matter of fact, it's not becoming, it is a problem.
At the Logos Academy in York, the second annual Anti-Trafficking Safety Summit, not only to spread awareness of the crime, but also how to spot it.
And if you're paying attention, you'll start to see the difference between a child who enjoys what they're doing and is competitive and loves it, and a child who is terrified.
A lot of times They think it only happened in like big cities, but no, it's happening in rural neighborhoods.
Trafficking comes in several different forms. From all ages, the summit had speakers from advocates, therapists, and those who've experienced trafficking themselves, like Elijah Muhammad.
I came up in like a cult that introduced me into the trafficking life. By having examples from different backgrounds, it just gives people a greater look into what this world looks like.
To hear a survivor and the horrific things they experience, hopefully it resonates in their heart that, okay, my mom, my dad, my guardian, they're just not making something up. That this is real, and I'm just now hearing from a survivor. That's why their voices count.
In 2024, Pennsylvania ranked 11th for most reported cases of trafficking annually in the United States. Estimates say trafficking generates $32 billion around the world, something Jennifer Foxworthy with Unstoppable You Ministries aims to curb with events such as these.
Every agency, county, state, grassroots, we need to come together and collaborate.
That was AJ Sisson reporting. During the summit, speakers showcased tools for prevention, online safety, and healing-centered care. We're working to learn more after emergency dispatchers in Dauphin County tell us a man had a severe head injury from a horse. This happened on South Kentucky Drive in Washington Township just after 5. The Adams County SPCA is closed until further notice because it is now full of animals after it removed 29 dachshunds from a home. The group says a Conewago Township resident who bred and sold dachshunds told them she could no longer properly care for the dogs and needed help. The SPCA says most of the dogs were living in wire cages and 16 were confined to the basement. The SPCA says it was dark, hot, loud, and the smell was overwhelming. They also say the dogs appear to be in fair health, but many have overgrown nails, significant dental disease, matted coats, and were lying on soiled bedding. The group says the dogs will receive a veterinary examination, vaccinations, and other treatments before they can be adopted. Firefighters rescued 2 people from a truck crash in York County. The truck ended up in a stormwater gully near the intersection of Round Hill Church Road and Hickory Road in East Hopewell Township. Crews say this happened yesterday morning.